Hello, welcome to Court of the Rings on Twitch TV. We're here every Friday at noon looking at the Lord of the Rings Online. I'm the community manager for the Lord of the Rings Online, and we got a bunch of people in chat. Lots to talk about because before the Shadow release this week, and things are going pretty good there. I can tell you a little bit about what we have in the works over the next couple of weeks, and we'll just run some of Before the Shadow here as well. The main thing I'm going to be doing today is playing through the Mossword starter instance on a brand new character. And why don't you turn around for the camera here? All right. There you go. And I'm going to play this character through the new content. We'll go through some Q&A. I'll have a little bit of community news and more. Everything okay sound-wise? All right, good. So the first thing I guess I would mention is that Before the Shadow, of course, did release this week. It's very exciting. We've got a launch trailer up on YouTube. We've got a whole bunch of things on Lotra.com to check out. And then, of course, inside of the game as well, you can check it out. There's lots of guides that I've seen online, lots of cool screenshots. And I would quick call out, I don't think I can play the video live on the air here. Let me get XSplit up real quick. We did do a thing with the OneRing.net this Tuesday as well. We joined them for their Torn Tuesday, and that was a lot of fun. So, you can find that over on their YouTube channel. I'm going to drop a link into chat very quickly, but I did want to call that out. It was a good time. We were able to join them live on Tuesday night, sort of celebrating the release and what have you. So, worth giving that a look-see if you have not. The other thing I wanted to quick call out before we get too much in-game is that we did get a new guide up for Delvings. There is an introductory guide to Delvings, and that's really what I'd recommend maybe new players or people first encountering the Delvings read, because it'll give you a good overview of the system. But there was a need for much more specific kind of systems level information on the part of the community, asking, okay, well, how exactly does all this work? Exactly how does all this work, right? So Orion was very kind and put together essentially a very long making of about the Delvings, what its philosophy is about, how it all works, quite a bit more about the loot. In particular, I would call out this what to expect when you're delving part 1. I have heard from some players that they have found it helpful when first in getting introduced into the system, although it's really pretty easy to do as well. And we'll do that live on the air, if not today, then maybe next week. And there's also some good kind of Q&A and what to expect, what the Malice system really does, and all that sort of thing. So that's also on Lotra.com this week, and I'd really recommend people check that out. First in chat, I did want to link to the OneRing.net, so I will do that as soon as I find my Twitch window again. Here we go. All right. That's for that interview. And the guide to Delvings is this. If you would like to read it in French and German, change the last two letters on the URL to FR or DE. However, you do generally need to be using that language on Lotra.com first. I've found sometimes if you have the page set to English and you link to a French article, if you don't have the page set to French first, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, but that is a kind of quick tip. I set up the URLs when at all possible so that you can just take out those last two things and change the language. So, no, The Rock is here. I thought I would end the show with a visit to The Rock. I thought that might be a fun way to wrap up the show here today. So, that's cool. All right, real quick, before we, again, sort of get in-game, I wanted to just give you a quick roadmap as to what to expect in the coming weeks. Let me call up a quick document that I made yesterday. Make sure I've got our bonus. Yeah, our bonus days is a 10% Virtue XP boost. This is going on through the 20th, so through Sunday. It gets shut off at 3 a.m. Eastern Time on the 21st. So that's a 10% Virtue XP boost this weekend, worth checking out. And then the other bit I wanted to mention is that we have a patch coming up. It won't be next week. Next week is a big holiday week in the United States, Thanksgiving, generally that Thursday and Friday. And so we don't really want to push a new build out really close to the holiday, either for our reasons, also for community reasons as well. Because if something happens, for example, then it becomes more difficult to react in real time to it. So the following week, and it also gives us time to put in more bugs, fixes, and the following week, so tentatively set for the end of November, something like the 30th maybe, we're going to have a small patch to the game, and that'll fix a bunch of things, little kind of things that have cropped up since Before the Shadow. And so I would expect our next game update to be something like the 30th. Maybe it could even push all the way to the 7th. I don't know. Sitting here on November 18th. But something like the 30th, I think, is a pretty good expectation for when we will have kind of a point patch. So it'd be 34.0.1 would be my next expected game update. And that's going to have a bunch of just kind of little things related to polish and bug fixes. If we have specific bugs or whatever people really want me to talk about, we can. Yeah, this rock thing, by the way, is awesome. It's fun. So we came when update 34 was released. There was a bug that has been the community has found entertaining, and hey, fun is fun, right? So I'm going to save the story of the rock as to how it got there until we get there at the end of the show. So I've heard a little confusion about how to pick up the delvings. The way it works is, if you are at the level cap of the server, you will receive an in-game mail, and that in-game mail will bestow a quest in addition to the first delving zircon that you will use to enter the delving system. And so then you'll go to one of the new mission givers in Before the Shadow and speak to that NPC, and you'll complete the quest there. And then you can go into any of the delvings. You can, however, also purchase the delving zircon you need from the NPC vendor that is located next to any of the mission givers and the new Before the Shadow content. And so I know that there's a bug we've been looking into specifically related to Treebeard, where their level cap is 65, where some players are receiving the in-game mail and others are reporting perhaps they have not. And we're looking into that. But you should still be able to get going with it, even if you can't pick up that introductory quest, by purchasing the Delving Zircon from the NPC next to the mission giver. We are looking into that. Would be a fix, for example, that would be in that patch I just talked about, but it's something that I believe today we're still looking into. And that's somewhat, I think, Treebeard specific, most likely. Yes, I know how to get there. I have a character ready to go. I just am saving it till the end of the show. I think a Virtue XP boost would be good, blah, blah, blah. Or not. Maybe people do really want me to see this rock, rather than the starter instance. But I wanted to show this off. Alright, well, let me do that then. I guess if that's really what everyone wants me to do, let me do what you want. Let me get up my camera, log into a different server quick, and then we will just check out this rock. Topic of the day. That's cool though. So anyway, but this rock did get into the game, and it's people have been having fun on Reddit. I think it started on Reddit. Maybe I'm wrong. Well, it started in game, and then spread really through Reddit. I think. Maybe I'm wrong there. That was my impression. And now it's pretty much just a thing. So everyone's talking about it on Twitter. next week people will be like, what? All right. I'm logging into my other characters. So I guess while I'm doing this, I can tell the tale of the rock. It's just a simple bug. My understanding is it was intended to be a signpost, and is instead something else, which we will be seeing very shortly. Or not, maybe there's too many people there. I'm having it's taking a little longer to load in than expected. Was everyone sitting there waiting for me to show up at noon? Or it was just busy anyway? That could be. Here we are. It's going to take a second to load. I bet there's a lot of people on it. Oh, maybe not. Just a couple people here. Alright. Well, so this is the rock. And, it got in the way. It's in the way. So it's going to have to be moved. That said, we are well aware that the community would like to commemorate, at the very least, the rock. And we'll make sure that something gets done. I'm not going to spoil that today, though. We have had a discussion about what to do, and we will be doing a thing. So, and that's as much as I can tell you today about the rock. Other than it's kind of hard to get up to. Kind of have to jump a bunch. But it wasn't too bad. And this is where it is on the map. Oops. So pretty close to Hengstacer's farm is probably the easiest way to get there, if you can get there. But it is not that far away, just a ride from West Gatebury, really. But yes, I think, I am pretty sure it was intended to be a signpost. I heard someone mention that in one of the bit of chat about this bug. And so I think it was just supposed to be a regular signpost. So, alright, anyway, that's that. Let me actually get back in game. On the other character. So I am changing characters quick is what's going on. And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm going to be starting a new character on a new server. The longtime character I've been using on the stream, going for a couple of years now, has been Stampion, my Stout Axe champion. I had done Dwinstrel, the Dwarven Minstrel, as well, and I believe we've seen... Well, those are the two main ones that I've been playing on the stream. But I would like to do another one on a different server, so I actually got a character ready on Crickhollow, and this is going to be a starter character on Crickhollow, and I wasn't quite sure what to play, but I decided, after kind of chatting with some people on Discord and Slack and elsewhere, I think I'm going to go with a burglar. I'm going to go with the Hobbit burglar. So We'll get that character up here in just a second. So the main issue with leaving the rock is that it is impacting travel routes. And yeah, we could probably do some work to build a tunnel or something like that, but I'm not sure that really... I'm not sure that's the best solution for a variety of reasons. But we do have a solution in place, so we'll see. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright, Daddy John is asking, any news about upcoming endgame content? As nice as Before the Shadow is, it doesn't add much to endgame, which hasn't had anything really in a while. Last I heard it would be in about a year to get a new instance cluster. It won't take that long. So with Before the Shadow does have a new skirmish and the new delving system, in addition to an instance that'll be released here within a couple of weeks. And then beyond that, our content focus will be back on endgame content. And we'll have more to say about what that will be and what form of adventuring it'll take and that kind of thing, as we get in a position to do so, which I can't today. But yes, we have plans. We are returning. We are well aware that it's after working on Before the Shadow here, it's time to refocus on the content for our endgame players, and we intend to do that.
The blacksmith shop is right there, up those steps.
So, in the tradition of all of my characters having bad names, because if you've been playing MMOs and making characters as long as I have, good names can be hard to come by, so as long as you have a system, it's always good. In the footsteps of Dwinstrel the Dwarven Minstrel and Stampion the Stout Axe Champion, I would like to introduce you to Hurgler, the Hobbit Burglar.
It is quite different.
Bah! You won't find a better smithy for miles around, friend. Put your gear on the counter, and I'll fix it up for you. Very good. Won't cost
And this will be on
anything,
Crickhollow.
friend.
I had to pick another server. There was too many choices. I couldn't do it really, so. Oh, I am not in game. Shoot. Sorry about that. I just had a problem. Let me get in game. Shoot. Sorry about that. Give me a quick second. Just in case you wonder why I'm even maybe a little less coordinated than usual. What? It's not. Oh, here we go. I've got some kind of computer issue happening right now. Things are kind of locking up on me. I'm using too much memory or something. Something ain't right. Here we go. I had pushed the button to switch the scene, and it didn't take, and now I'm having a really hard time getting XSplit to do anything. All right. Everyone should be able to see it now, right? Okay, yeah. I finally looked over into Twitch chat and I was like, "What? No, I'm not even there. What? Oh no. Why didn't that work?" Yes, we do have sales coming soon. So, per usual, we will be doing some pretty big sales for the Black Friday holiday. And I'm not in a position to speak as to what that's going to be, so... but we will have that information next week. I would expect, the way we usually do it, is we do the work to make the sales active on the day prior to Thanksgiving. That would be next Wednesday. And while I can't really officially as a company say that our Black Friday sales are going to start at a specific time, my expectation would be we'd have the information to you when they're live, and that would be sometime in the afternoon Eastern Time on Wednesday.
The town is afire! We are under attack! Follow me.
Yeah, I know, right? This month has indeed gone by quickly, hasn't it? Yeah.
Look there! We found the villain. Show him no mercy. That's the way. Well done, my friend. This goblin could not have set so many fires alone.
There is trouble to the east, Menendia.
I have some good questions in chat I'm going to have to think a little bit about before I answer. Let me see.
Will provide the help you need.
Are there plans to update these servers?
But what will you
In a general state? Sure.
I will circle around and search for the one who leads these goblins.
We are monitoring the health of the game world.
Farewell for now.
I guess I'm not sure specifically what you're asking about. Sorry.
Rangers. Follow me, my new friend. There will be fighting.
The bells stopped.
Hmm.
We're safe.
I would not
Housing
count
per
on-
character instead of per account. That's a big
What did I tell you?
a question I don't know the answer to. I have not heard of any plans to do something like that. I'm also not sure, Telerian, on your question as to why it sounds like there's a specific housing item related to Mossword that has a minimum level of 50. Am I reading that right? It's a little, I don't think I am personally aware of that.
Ellery, I see you met our new visitor. I like this one much more than these others.
Yes, thank you, Endora OC. That is probably the other important bit of information that I could think of to talk about today.
Those are not
And that is the Extra Life work that I've been doing in recent weeks and will be getting to. In the Extra Life announcement, I mentioned that the giveaways take place after November 30th, which is not next week, but like a week from next week. And the giveaways will take place then, and I'll get back to everyone at least after that with all their stuff. If I can do it earlier, I will. Perhaps next week. I know I'm pretty much booked through the weekend,
Mosswood.
but after that, it looks like there may be an opportunity to get some of that done during the week. And that would be my hope and expectation, is that I would be able to do that.
Are you all right, son?
If I had a better sword, I could have slain him myself. I wasn't afraid.
Oh, take me.
Should have been Burbot instead. Yeah, but see, that goes against the naming pattern. The naming is, you know, what it is.
What do you make of this?
The Uruks have a sigil they have not seen before, the mark of a white hand. Symbol of a raiding party. We need to help the people of Mossword recover from the attack. And that gets you that milestone skill in addition to the novice trait. Okay, I will have to take a look as to why the stable master from the housing instances to Mossword appears to have a minimum level of 50. I don't know. I don't know. That seems weird.
Some of Mosswood's residents sustained injuries we cannot heal.
So, chat's been pretty quiet. Do you have anything going on? Anything you want
you for aiding the
to
people
me
of
to talk
Mosswood.
about, perhaps? Otherwise, we'll just kind of enjoy gaming for a few minutes. The Uruk has something in its hand. I'm not going to try to read that out loud.
Let's see if this parchment holds any clues for us.
What do you want, stranger? No, I am not giving you this sword.
Oh, right. Right. Gotta go around. Yes, I too have noticed that there are many cats here. I think that's neat. There's the defeat circle. I don't have an answer to your question, Twin Bren. I'm going to have to... is there a reason you were not able to speak to, let's just say, one of the other mission... Perhaps one of the other mission NPCs, if you need to get the weekly and daily mission quests bestowed? I, too, would expect... I don't know where I got mine now. Now that I'm trying to think about it, it's like, well, did I get it from the Hall of Vernozal? Or did I get it from, you know, the new stuff? It sounds like, from what you're saying, that the weekly isn't available in the new mission NPC. Is that what I'm hearing from you? If so, you may need to pick that up then from one of the other sources of getting missions, just for now. But I'm not sure. I will have to look into what's going on there. Oh, where's my cat? My cat at the moment is just sleeping. So. Well, I can't remember now. I can't remember how I picked it up, to be honest. That's why I need to look at that off the air. I'm like, oh, wait, how did I get my daily and weekly missions? I have no idea how I got them. I know I've got them. I've been watching them go up, but I can't remember how I actually did it. So, because of that, it's a little hard to answer your question. I would need to look into how it's done. Yeah.
Hardy spends more time fixing horseshoes than he does forging swords.
Durin's folk shall endure, as we always have. Our need is dire. Yes? Durin's folk shall endure, as we always have.
Alright, I already have that. Okay, the 15 and 4, this is from someone in chat. The 15 and 45 mission weeklies come automatically after completing a mission. The Gundabad mission weekly in Idlewood, you must go to an NPC. Okay. What am I supposed to do?
Now this is more like it. If you impress me, maybe I'll give you this Uruk sword. That was all right, I guess.
Where's my soul stat? Oops. Oh, while in stealth, use subtle stab. Alright. Oh, surprise strike. Okay, that's what I'm doing wrong. That would be this one. Alright. While in stealth. There we go.
One more. Show me
Use
one more
the feint
skill.
attack, hedge your bet, or trick disable. Okay, which one's that? First, let me get this out of the way. Let's see a feint. It's on my skills. No. Oh, I need to add a trait point. Right. Sorry. That's what I need to do. Okay. Which one should I do, folks? What do you think? How about just quiet knife? Seems good. All right. Oh, did I do it wrong? Oh, here we go. There's my feint attack. All right. Let's go build. There we go. All right.
That was pretty good, I suppose.
And Maneldir is... not a... No, wrong way. Here we go.
You recovered the Uruk blade from Tegwin before he hurt himself? Very well done. I have been away from the land that was my home for many years now.
All right. Let me take a quick look at chat before I move on. I think we'll have a better answer to your question, G. Lipscomb, about the impact of the elimination of skill action incrementation for class deeds in the future. You know, one of the things about collecting data is you want to make sure you've got a good data set. So I don't think that I'm in a position to speak for the engineering team's results of any capturing of data at this time. But I would expect to see us do something. I would expect it will have had a difference. All right. Oh, and I gotta defeat beasts. Do that too. Let's see. I have to remember I'm on a wimpy character here. Let's see how we do. I guess us to our Black Friday plans, I would expect it to be pretty similar to what we've done in years past. So for those who, you know, do play a lot of Lotro and are familiar with us and are the way we tend to do things, I would expect this Black Friday to be very similar to years past. But I can't provide anything like the exact specifics or depth of discount or anything like that at this time. Oops. I would mention that, you know, one thing about the new delving system is the malice does change over time. So some of the things that are associated with malice that you've seen, you know, since Tuesday might well be changing here in the near future. So, I'm just saying. You haven't even really seen all that much of it yet, and I believe it may be changing pretty soon. I believe for those who have a ticket in with CS as well, that they are able to assist with Treebeard specific delving acquisition questions, but for the most part you can get around it yourself just by going to the NPC. The only issue there is it costs you a little bit of silver. I think something like 20 silver, is that right? And that's not nothing, and that's unfortunate, but that is a way to get around it. So. Okay, which way am I facing? Yeah, okay. The other way. I suppose I should get a mount out, shouldn't I? We'll keep it simple for now. Yes, the delving
Sword is not
system
the
has
only
a limit
feature
of
Swan
10
Feast.
per day.
The stable master can help you check on the others.
Are you talking about... I will have an answer for you, I believe, to your question about Sockthorn. Just a second. No, that is not in game yet. That's the new scaling instance that'll be coming out within the next couple of weeks. If you've seen a reference to that in game, then that's what that's referencing, is the new instance that'll be coming out in the near future.
Hello there.
We'll take the scenic route. Or the scenic version of this. Well, I think if you look at what we've done for Black Friday offers in recent years, you'll probably see what kind of value it might offer to you if you're interested in supporting Lord of the Rings Online. And getting yourself some good stuff in the bargain. You need more deco slots and Erebor housing. Yeah, I know it's always a give and take on that. As people were saying in chat, Scenario's the one who can really go more in depth to that than I can, but it's true that there are limits as to what we can do within the system. I should mention, yeah, that's a good point. I probably will... Will I be streaming on next Friday? I might be able to, but I probably shouldn't. I should probably just take the day off. But I also know that I want to do an Extra Life live stream on the other game side, because they haven't had theirs yet. And I wanted to do that perhaps that day as well. So I'm not sure if there's going to be a Court of the Rings next week. If I'm not doing much, if I'm just hanging around having some fun, then I might just because why not? But otherwise, I'd expect to see you all in 2 weeks after this. We'll make sure to announce it on the Lotro Twitter in 2 weeks. Sorry, it's been quite the news cycle if you're a community manager.
Welcome to Gregor. Finest of the villages to be found in the Stour Vales. The mayor must be told of this.
Okay. I really like this area. If you saw our preview, was it one of the live stream previews we did? I had made my character invisible, and when we saw just the live footage, it was like from here. I was able to make my character not render on the game client when I was recording that footage. And that's how I did it.
What's that? Goblins in Uruks?
So the other show has a naming pattern as well, not entirely dissimilar to Hurgler the Hobbit Burglar, which is to say that I used to have 2 shows on that channel. Remember, that was back in the day before I was working, split time. And so I had established a pattern of it being called the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream or Friday afternoon. And it follows my other goofy pattern that I love, which is just to call it what it is. If you ever have a really hard time naming things, you can perhaps find benefit in my advice, which is maybe it won't work, but one of the options is try calling it what it is. It's a weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. And that was the name of the show. WWLL, Weekly Wednesday Lunchtime Live Stream, has a ring to it. And then when I added the Friday show, I was like, well, what is that? That is a show that I do on Friday afternoon. And so that was just called Friday Afternoon. It also has 10% dad joke in it, and you know I'm down for that, so that's good. I'm also going to get it done. Careful. I don't think it's going to work. I need to get out of here. Yeah. Do I have any health potions? I need to go through my inventory, as you can see. I do have 1. Well, let's find that defeat circle. I guess we'll be going back to Mossberg. Maybe I should level up a bit. Oh, I did it! Oh, phew. So that's how I did the naming there. But then it didn't make sense to do that on the Lord of the Rings side when I was naming the show here. So I had to come up with a different name. And I was like, well, what am I going to do a show about Lord of the Rings? And so, similar to my effort to keep it simple, the KISS principle, I thought it would be funny. And it also is a bad pun, which you know I'm down for. So. Stealth could be an option. I love the... Oh, so thank you for bringing up the Before the Shadow music. I actually have on my to-do list, ideally before the Thanksgiving holiday, but it may be after, to get that soundtrack up on YouTube. So I am expecting to have the Before the Shadow soundtrack up on our YouTube channel within the next couple of weeks. I won't be able to start that work today, but again, that's a task for next week. Oh no, what was I doing? I can't see in the light. I didn't see that there were 2 others there. I am so dead. I am so dead. Why did I do this? Why did I do this? I didn't even need to do this. Oh, I'm so sorry, Hurgler the Hobbit Burglar. I failed you already. I failed you already. I don't think I have another potion in my inventory. I failed you already. I couldn't see. So you could probably see a little bit on the camera. I've got a couple of kind of ring lights and stuff that sort of go in my face to help a little bit the show's production value be a little bit nicer, but it has the effect, especially if you have glasses and things, of slightly washing out the screen and causing a little bit of reflections. And sometimes that's a problem and sometimes it's not. And in this case, I only saw the one. I bet when I look back on the footage, I'm going to be like, it was right there. It was right there, you know? But instead of, at the time, like, when I'm looking at it, when I was in the midst of it, no, I didn't see it at all. I just didn't even see it, so. Yeah.
Ah, these cuts are choice indeed.
All right. As you see, there's a lot of other questing that could be done, and I'll be doing that kind of as needed and wanted to level up here, kind of off stream and maybe a little on stream too. But I thought I would just stick for this initial show here today with the first couple of bits of the prologue. Okay. Yeah, so we do have it is 12:57, but I did start a little bit late, and we do have a few minutes yet to kill, so let me do that. I'm going to take a stable ride over to Glenhillig, one of my favorite locations in the new Before the Shadow content here. And how about if I go the correct direction? And this seems like a place we can kind of hang out and do some Q&A and chat and what have you, so. You can first kind of see the approach to it. Is it over here? Am I in the right area? No, I'm not there yet. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to cross the river. So let me actually go back and cross the river at the bridge there. You can see Clegger here also looks really pretty at night. I'm going to zoom in just real quick and just kind of show that. Isn't that nice? I think that's real cool. I've seen some ambient atmosphere videos that have been done for the Lord of the Rings Online on YouTube. And when I was recording a lot of footage here in Swanfleet and Cardolan for getting ready for promo stuff and for Before the Shadow here, one of the things that struck me is that there's a lot of just kind of great natural ambient places to hang in this new content, and I, for one, have been very much enjoying it. Although, like I say, in terms of what have I actually been doing on, because I couldn't log in on Tuesday night, Wednesday and Thursday here. What I've been doing is the delvings. I've been doing that on Stampion and enjoying that a lot. But part of that is I knew I was going to be doing this content today on the live stream. See, the road is overgrown and such, as is appropriate for the area. Where am I going? Go. Is that correct? Nope, I'm on the wrong side. Okay. Oh no! Think, you're not a level 140 champion. Maybe you shouldn't just run into the bushes. Where's my split? My split is right up here, isn't it? No. Yes, no. Yes. No, this is just where I came from, isn't it? Yes. I do need to be on the other side. Which means I need to get over down by the falls. Okay. Which means I need to go, like, back down quite a ways. Is that correct? Yeah. And where do I want to cross? Where am I going to fall? There we go. Well, yeah, let's do it this way. Let's do it the Cordovan way. You know me. That worked. There we go. That's a piece away. Right? No, no. Not yet. Other side of the falls, right? Yes. Here we go. No. Here we go.
Hello there.
Goblins and Uruks? Oh, you must be mistaken.
All right, we need to find a helpful hobbit here. And otherwise, I think we are going to call it a show. Because we're about 5 minutes after, and my understanding is we do have a Grifflet show coming up, right? So I don't know that I actually gave a lot of big news announcements here. Little Redhead. I guess I would just say we do have a patch slated, you know, maybe end of the month, start of December. And we'll have more information about that. It's got some bug fix stuff. We have a 10% Virtue XP boost happening here this weekend. We have our Black Friday sales happening next week. And, you know, return of some weeklies, in some cases, some special deals in December. We also have the Yuletide Festival happening not that far away, just a couple of weeks from now. That starts in early December as well. So quite a few things here that we'll be doing in the real near future here in the Lord of the Rings Online. I hope you've been enjoying your time with Before the Shadow. Hope you're having a great time running the new content, or whatever it is that you're doing in the Lord of the Rings Online. As always, we really appreciate you being here. And I'll be back probably in 2 weeks here. If I'm doing a show next Friday, which is technically a day off or whatever, I'll announce it. But probably 2 weeks. So we'll be back in 2 weeks here for the Court of the Rings here on twitch.tv/LochoStream. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here, and I will talk to you again soon.